meet you downstairs in the bar. I'd heard your rolled up sleeves and your skull t-shirt. She said, why did you do with him today? And sniff me out like I was 10th grade.
What a pleasure to be here with you.
What a pleasure to see you.
Listen, why were you so drawn to this place in particular, where we're sitting right now?
LBD has a very important story for me. It's the first venue or establishment in Dubai that I've really felt like has the right mix of elegance and an urban feel, and that lends itself very well to the style of music that I perform. Coming from a jazz background, you know, very much into urban, hip-hop and R&B and soul, I just felt like this would be a great space for me to perform. And somehow it just, all the pieces come together and we find ourselves sitting here today. Here we go.
Why is it so important for you in your career path, life path, journey, whatever you want to call it, that this is all kind of happening now for you?
I think timing is very important in all aspects of your life. I wasn't ready to take the stage, and I think there's a lot of like stigma that comes with being a singer in the Middle East, or culturally how it's accepted and seen. It was very hard for me to like break this conflict in my mind, because in my heart I'm a singer, I'm an artist, and I was kind of stifled. I couldn't express myself. Until I came to terms with the fact that there is no other way for me. If I don't sing, I'll suffocate. And so I found my medium. I started performing jazz covers, soul covers. I performed at the Jazz Festival here. And yeah, it was important for me to ensure that, you know, I live out my dreams and my aspirations.
And in terms of moving on to your own original music, was that something that you started with, or you started with covers and it started to come out of you?
Yeah, I've always written and sort of played with poetry and music, and I have an originals band, which is a play on that. But I thought that it would be a good transition into like performance, because, you know, being on stage and singing in a studio are two very different things. So the opportunity to sing on stage here in Dubai, singing songs that people know and love, was a great sort of in for me. But now I really want to tell my own story. So working on my own lyrics and melodic lines and production has been a very, very important and great journey for me. You tear men down like Roger Moore. Myself.
Some of the music that you played me earlier is just so exciting, because my response when I hear that is that I hear more of you, more of your voice actually. Even though your voice is so beautiful playing the covers or singing the covers, there is so many added layers of depth when you're singing your own music. Do you think that's something that you had to kind of build up towards? Is that something that you're kind of going to unleash on the world now?
It's so interesting that you say that, because part of, you know, singing and learning how to sing is finding your own voice, because it's very easy to emulate other singers, especially as you're learning, and I don't come from a music discipline. So yeah, it is so nice that you hear that in the music, and I want that to come through, because I don't want to sound like anyone else. I really want to be identified as Layla from the Middle East and not, you know, Layla from the West, and I'm very grateful for my, you know, nurturing and conditioning in the West, but like at the end of the day, this is my roots, so I want that to come through in my melodies. I want it to come through in my sound and also my lyrics. I was troubled, yeah, you know, I know.
Why was Dubai the perfect place for you to do all of this?
I mean, for me, this is my second home, and I've been here many years on and off, and I wasn't at a juncture in my life where I wanted to up and go to New York and London and really be a starving artist to make it. And this, at the end of the day, I mean, like,
doesn't suit you.
in my glamorous Alexander McQueen gown, but yeah, I felt like, you know, I had the grounding. My family is here. That's a very important part of my life. I needed my core to be right. I wanted to be emotionally and physically comfortable in what I was doing, so that I could put out music that resonated with me. And also, I'm from this region, so where else better? We're living in such a global community now. It doesn't mean that you have to be in London for your music to be heard in London or in New York or in LA, for that matter. Maybe had I been in somewhere else in the world, I wouldn't have had the opportunities that I had. But I love it.
You had plenty money, 1922. You let all the women make a fool of you. Why don't you do right like some other men do?
Babe, you're so beautiful inside and out. And I've seen you collaborating with Harper's Bazaar and different fashion, things going on. You've been performing at different events that I've attended. How much do you feel that fashion plays a role as an artist, a performer, within your experience?
First of all, thank you. You are a reflection of whatever you see in myself. And that's the truth. You are very radiant. For me, I'm not really a very fashion-forward person as someone that's got my finger on the pulse, because I feel like you need to choose your craft, And so for me, if I want to stay on top of my game musically, I need to focus on that. Naturally, I like fashion and I enjoy expressing myself through my clothes, and I think that's what it comes down to, is that as an artist, you want to be kind of tell a story in all aspects of your expression. So not just what you say or what you sing, but also what you wear. I'm excited about representing the region on a global scale in my music, in my fashion, and in my visuals.
Babe, it's not like you want, you don't want much.
I don't want much. No, I want it all.
I hit the road, Jack. Don't you coming back no more. And hit the road, Jack. Don't you coming back no more.
The big vision for you. 3 words only.
So it's very hard to use only 3 words. Let's say breaking down barriers.
Ooh, nice. Babe, how can we follow you? Please, shout out.
Please follow me on @Layla Kardan, LaylaKardan.
It's okay, we'll put it on the screen.
But I'll be dropping my EP soon, and I look very much forward to sharing that with you guys.
That's another story, my people. So stay tuned for that one. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
We enjoyed the shoot so much today. It was amazing.
And Capital D.
Yeah,
Thanks so much.
thanks, baby.
Like some other men.